What's up guys, it's Patricia from TarantulaHeaven.com. Right here we have Miss Spidey, my Grammostola rosea, who was honestly on her log for several days, but she just moved off, and I'm hoping that means she's gonna have an active day and that you guys will be able to see her move around in her somewhat new enclosure and design. So today the video is actually not about Spidey, it is about Spidey's food. I had made a video a few weeks ago about my roach colony update. If you're new to the channel, I do have a Dubia roach colony that has been kind of sustaining itself for many years now because one, Spidey doesn't eat super regularly. She's a Grammostola rosea, and that is really common for this species to be a very fussy, random, temperamental eater. So most of the time she's fasting. And even when she's not fasting, she usually doesn't eat more than maybe twice a month or so. So despite this beautiful girl being very plump and looking very round in the abdomen area, she doesn't really eat that much at all. She's just always like that. I remember she went over a year without eating once, and she still looked very plump. So yeah, no worries if your tarantula doesn't eat for a little while. But anyway, so I made that video about my Dubia roach colony and how many, somewhat, I guess, hypothesized generations I thought I had. And a few days ago, I was feeding them. I was giving the roaches some potato slices and some food, and I saw one of them having something that looked like it was coming out of its butt, and I was like, that is bizarre. That's something I'd never seen. I've been keeping Dubia roaches for quite a few years, and I've never seen that happen. And so I was like, is it going to the bathroom? Is it making babies? What is going on? So I took a video of it, and I did some researching online. And it was a little bit confusing because when I was looking up pictures and information about cockroaches giving birth, a lot of the images looked like it was more like live births. So the cockroaches, I guess, end of them would kind of open up, and the babies that were coming out were either much larger than what I saw, or they were actually like being birthed alive. So like these roaches were ready to go. That was not what I was seeing. And they just looked like these little balls and like not even really having a color or anything. But in doing some research, I did find that it is only some cockroaches that give live birth or birth to live baby cockroaches. Dubia roaches, when I did look up that particular species of cockroach, I started to see a lot more of what I was looking at, and it did seem like my Dubia roach was giving birth. And so that means I have tons of new generations, and I have more cockroaches than Spidey's gonna go through. So I hope she's hungry in the spring because she's gonna have a lot of cockroaches to eat. I don't think it's gonna happen this winter because she tends to slow down during the winter. So it is unlikely that she will be eating many of them, but I'm sure that by the time that the weather changes, she will, like, those little guys will have grown a little bit, or the adolescent she has in her feeding box right now will have grown into, bigger adolescents or young adults. So these particular cockroaches that I have probably reproduced the most since me owning cockroaches. I've never had so many different generations at once. And so, yeah, it's really interesting. I don't know what it is about this particular group of adults, but it is possible that maybe I have maybe two sets of male and females, because it seems like I'm having little baby cockroaches way more than I used to. So that's interesting. I'll probably have another generation since Spidey hasn't really been eating much, so I'm sure those adults will have more cockroaches. I have to actually look up how often they give birth. But yeah, so this has kind of intrigued me, and I want to maybe do a more in-depth video about the process of cockroaches giving birth, because as I was looking this up, I was like, I really don't know much about cockroaches. So yeah, I'll show you the video of what I saw and me being kind of like very confused about it. But yes, it does seem like I will have yet another generation of cockroaches, and only one spider. So I don't know, maybe that's the hint to get a new one, another tarantula, so that I can keep up with the cockroaches. But anyway, guys, I hope you're having a wonderful winter so far, and I will see you next week for Tarantula Tuesday. Take care. Bye-bye. Okay, so this is weird and terrifying. Is she having babies? Oh my gosh. I already have so many babies in this thing. I don't know why, but this particular group of roaches is really reproducing. So yeah, I don't know. I'm excited to see what happens tomorrow. This is so weird. Oh my goodness. And I just saw a bunch of other little babies running around, so oh, it never ends.